All right, so I've jumped ahead a little bit, but it's going to be easy for you to catch up. You don't want to watch me type and add records in here. So I have looked on AC20, 21, and 22, and I've added the data, added the records that need to be added to this table. So that's what I've done here. So if you haven't added those, then you should go and complete those. Make sure that all 4 of these records are there. And then we're going to go ahead and look at AC23, and it just talks about how to resize these columns. I can hover over a column and drag it to resize it. I can also hover over and double click, and that's going to resize it to the amount it needs to be resized to show whatever the longest amount of text is there. So again, if I hover over, I can make it smaller. If I want to make it bigger, I can drag it and drop or let go, release my mouse. Or I can simply just double click and it's going to expand to the width that it needs to expand to show you the data. So on AC24, we're going to look at how to preview and print the contents of a table. So my navigation pane, I'm going to go ahead and open this up so we can see this. And I'm on AC25. I'm going to make sure that my account manager table is selected, which I have it selected. I'm going to click File. Print. And we've got some options here. We've got quick print button, we've got the regular print button, and we've got print preview. So let's go ahead and click the print preview. And it's going to show us what this looks like. I'm going to click in here to make it larger. So it's my magnifying glass. I can click to make it smaller. So if I click to make it larger, I can see what it's going to look like. I can also see that this is in portrait. I can make it in landscape, and I can see that it's fitting on, it's going to print on 1 page. And if I look, some of this data is kind of smashed together. And so it doesn't completely match what's in the book because I messed with and made some of these larger than they were or changed the size of them. So if I click on landscape, then you can see that this will fit everything. So it looks like instead of portrait orientation, I would actually want to print this in landscape so that these will print everything that I need. If you look at postal code here, I'm going to close this and I'm going to expand my postal code so that it will fit. I'm going to click File, Print, Print Preview, and you can see now that my postal code actually shows up and it kept the settings that I had. It kept landscape and 1 page. So this gives you a little bit of overview. Obviously, you're not going to be printing for this class. There's nothing to turn in here, but it gives you, lets you see. If I wanted to print now, I could click Print, and I could choose my printer to print this. And then I'm going to close Print Preview. That's it for printing a table.